Hello, dear learner. Are you an accountant or are you working in an auditing department or maybe taxation department? If yes, this video definitely for you. And have you heard this point from your manager when you submit your report in Excel? What kind of report is this? Is this what I have to review now? No head and tail, no formatting, nothing. Have you heard all this? If yes, definitely you have to watch this video till the end. In this video, we are going to learn how you have to prepare your report using basic things only. Nothing like AI or nothing. So we are not going to talk about AI, how to prepare dashboard, all that things everyone are not following, right? So our job doesn't require all the time to follow AI or other advanced things like macros. We might be dealing with basic and advanced formulas. If you are the one, if you are spending a lot of time in Excel and preparing report on a daily basis, then so I'm going to teach you today how and what are the exact standards, the things which you have to follow, and wherein in each and every report when you are making it, you have to follow all these things and so that your report looks professional and neat and clean. So let's start this video. So my name is Ganesh Shetty. By profession I'm a chartered accountant and co-founder of a company called FinCurious. Now let me show you one report. Okay, so please make your comment. It's not in the comment box, in your mind itself. So how report this particular report looks like, right? So I am sharing. So basically this report, what I'm showing you right now, which is prepared by one accountant. He is having an experience of maybe less than 1 year, and with basic Excel formulas and all, he has prepared this report. Just see, this is a balance sheet of a company called GMAC Power Source Private Limited. I will just scroll down. So this is how the report looks like. Assume I'm a manager and I have to review this report. Yes, I hope you are having a bad impression now, right? So being a manager, if I am reviewing this report, I will also have the same impression by looking at this report. So what if this report changes to a different formatting, and if he could apply some different formatting rules and all, how it will look like? I'll show you a different report for that matter. So please comment upon this as well. How is this report looking like? Pretty much good, right? It looks neat and clean. So what's the difference between this report and this report? So what mistake that particular employee has done is that he has not followed any of the formatting rules. When you see this report, definitely the impression will not be good. No formatting, no standardized formulas, nothing is being followed. So in this video, what we are going to do, we are going to learn so many standard presentations rules. So by applying that, let us practically learn how this report can be made better. So let's start now. I'm going to share you another screen wherein there are certain rules and regulations has been given. Let us see one by one and let's apply. The first thing, when you are doing anything in Excel, right, you have to follow certain standards. So in companies, bigger companies or MNCs, corporates and all, there will be a certain standard set already. And if you're working in a company like a small company or medium company where the standard things wouldn't have been set, so in that case, what you have to do, you yourself can follow a standard set of rules. What is that? In Excel, whenever you are preparing any report, you can follow a single font. So for example, in this particular screen, you can see, so Cambria is the standard font. It need not always be Cambria. You can follow whatever the font you want to follow, you definitely can follow. And you should always ensure a standard title size in all your report, like in this 14 and bold, and subtitle 12 and bold, and normal font size always expected to at 11. So by looking at all these standards, right, we may not be able to remember always. Let us try straightforward applying all these rules and make our report better so that our report will looks professional and neat. Let's start that now. So in this report, I want to quickly apply all those things here. So you can see in this report, the major errors are like, so this particular font is in Cambria. You can see that. And when I go further right, so this is also in Cambria, and this particular fonts are being used in Arial. And similarly, another font I'm checking, Calibri. So this is one of the observation. The fonts are not standard always, right? Not standard here in this particular report. So what I can do, I want to change entire sheet ka font in one font. So what I have to do, I have to select entire Excel sheet. So I can use even a shortcut called Control A as well. So that I've selected entire sheet, entire sheet, all font. I'm going to change to one font. So I'll go and type that Cambria and I'll click enter. So now, so all font in this particular sheet is all Cambria only, no other fonts are being followed. The next thing which I wanted to follow is the font size. The normal font size, as per the previous explanation, it should be always 11. What I'll make, again, I'll select entire Excel sheet and I'll make it 11. Yes. So now entire font size gone to 11, but it's not always standard, right? So heading should be in a different format, subheading should be in a different font size. So let me change those heading and subheading only, nothing else going to change, everything else will be in 11 only. So I will select the heading, this is a heading in this particular report, I will make it 14 and it is should be in bold. So that is clear, bold already it's there, no need to change. And assume this is a subheading, I want to change this to 12. So you can see I've changed it to 12. So subheading 12 and bold. So as per this particular explanation, I've changed everything. So looks bit better than earlier, right? So let me see for the other mistakes, what are the mistakes they have done. And before that, let me understand this particular explanation where I can identify these kind of errors. The next is the sentences. Whenever you are writing any sentences, first letter of the sentence always be capital. That is one thing you should follow. And the next first letter of all words in sentence are in capital. This can also be followed. So this we call in a standard standard word, the sentence should always be in a proper format. Okay, proper is the word you should remember. And first letter of noun like person, place, wherever you're using, you should always keep that also capital. Let us see these kind of errors are there in this particular report. So I can see, so in between, so for example, this is first two letters are in capital, that's good. And if I go further, again, this is not in that particular shape. And when I go further, I can see full in capital, right? What I have to do right now, I have to change all this and make one standard presentation. Let me follow the one Excel formula that is proper. I will select right equal to and proper, and I have to select the text what I wanted to change it. Now I want to change this to a proper, right? So let me click on that. So exactly this is what I wanted. I will copy these and I will come here and I will do the paste special so that, one second, there is some error. Yeah, paste special I have done it. So I will be deleting this particular formula right now. Yes. So this is made corrected now. So I made it corrected. So then I can see all other things. Like for example, this is also I wanted to make it proper, that I can also do that. But I'm not going to do because this is also good. First letter is in capital and this I changed it. So similarly here again, immediately one more capital is there. See, equity and liabilities are in proper format, but assets are in capital format. So I'll make it both capital letter only. Here I will make this particular equity and liabilities also only in capital letter, so that I have to use a formula. So upper formula I'm going to use here, and let me select that particular text and enter. So entire thing got converted into capital letter only. I will come here and I'll use the value paste special thing, and then this is also have changed. So then after doing this, and I'm going to delete this particular formula. So both the heading, equity and liability side is in capital and asset side in capital. Rest everything should be in a proper format, that is first letter capital and all other letters in that particular word should be small. So here again you can see all these things are in capital. I will again use proper formula. Yes. I'm changing, selecting the test, all three I wanted to change. And there is one more error also here. I am going to apply same formula here as well. Yeah, current liabilities. I done that. So copied, and I'm going to do the paste special. So this is rectified, and then I'm going to copy all these formulas as well. Copy, and I'm going to paste it here under paste special thing, and I will delete all this. So now, So looks like this report is being rectified with respect to the formulas, like with respect to the fonts presentation wise, the sentence wise, everything is being corrected right now. Okay, let me go and study further. If there is any correction has to be done, let me do that. So there is some color formats also we should always follow. So always the font size should be black. Of course, in Excel, all fonts by standard it will be black only. Background should be white. Yeah, of course, background is white, but some grid lines are there. So grid lines will not look in a proper shape. So what I can do, I can go here in the view tab. There is an option to remove grid lines. I'm just going to untick this particular grid line, and every grid line has gone out right now. It's not visible right now. Correct. So I change that as well, and then I'm going to keep certain color coding, like recheck if there is any. I'm going to use yellow, and if it is completed, then I'm going to use green. And if I wanted some attention from my manager, then I'm going to make it red. So here what has happened in this report, the different color coding are being used. Blue, red, and font also changed into red. All these are not good, right? So I'm submitting report to my manager. Of course, I have to highlight certain point, but I shouldn't be using multicolor. What I'm going to do, I'm going to select entire thing right now. I'm going to remove all these colors, right? So I wanted to highlight means definitely I have to follow. If I need to highlight, definitely I have to follow certain color coding. If I wanted my manager to look into this and it is a kind of rechecking my manager, I'm expecting my manager to do, then I can make it yellow. So if I wanted my manager to actually focus on this particular thing, red is fine. And this also should be in red. So right now I'm not going to keep any of the color formatting. So I'm going to make all color formatting into white. Background is completely white. And also all font color I'm going to change into black only. I'm removing all these red colors, right? If at all I need to highlight those things, then I can use these color coding, recheck yellow, completed green. So green means if my manager has told me to complete certain tasks, then I can make it green. And if there is a attention or if there is a rechecking is required, I'm going to use yellow or red as the case may be. So this is also being covered right now. So report is getting better, right, after applying so many things. Then let us see. So another suggestion is to remove grid line also. Then that grid line also already we have removed it. And last one other suggestion is there. So page zoom. So it should be 100% always. So let me see whether we have covered that. So page zooming, you can see on the bottom right corner here, it is 130. So that's why fonts are looking very big, right? So let me bring into a standard zooming 100. So this is the actual font size. You can see. Don't get confused. You are keeping the zoom sizing at 130 or 150 and making the font as small. That is a common mistake people does. Don't do that. You see, always your zoom, the sheet zoom percentage should always be 100% only. Next is the date format. We should always follow the date format like this: 12-MAY, or April means APR, or maybe December means DEC. So dash 23 or 24, whatever it is. So there is no date format which I am following right now. So I'm not going to change. So I'm not talking about this particular date format. This particular date format, 31st March 2024. It's a standard format which we are following. Here definitely we can actually follow. Instead of writing 3, we can write MAR, and here you can maintain MAR. So 31st March 2023. It's very simple. Instead of writing 3, 4 and all, you can always maintain. So MAR March or maybe April means APR. So here I'm not going to change because this heading format should be like this only. That's why I'm not going to change anything here. So date format is also being applied. The last but not least is the number format. So let me see whether number formatting is also correct. So if you see here, this number formatting looks correct. But here if I see 3 decimals have been kept and this is not formatting is correct. Here there is no number formatting being applied and so many mistakes are there. What I'm going to do, I will select entire number, all these cells where the numbers are there. I've already selected this, and then I'll click on this comma, or on the top also I can do this. I can just select the number also. So instead of doing that, I'll be selecting just, I'm clicking on this particular comma. Yeah. So when I selected comma, right? So every format converted into a number format right now, but decimals are there. So decimals are not required right now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this decimals and I'm reducing the decimals. So now you can see all numbering is in a proper shape and which is looks nice. So now I feel everything is corrected, almost all with the basic things. Whatever the suggestion has been provided here, everything is being taken care. So now I'll compare this report with the earlier report. Before that, I can see there is some extra spacing also being provided. Here, see, there are 3 liners are being provided. 1 line is enough. I'm going to remove that. Remove. And also let me see quickly if there is any extra additional spaces are being provided. Yeah. Here also 3 lines has been provided. I am going to remove that, make it 2. So this is one. I think almost all reports being corrected. So if you look into the printing format also, let us see once whether it's looking good in the print format. Yeah, almost it looks good. I need to do this. I am going to come into a single pager only. So single line only being kept, which is very much required. So here one space is actually not required. I'm going to remove the particular line. Still, this is not coming up. One more line I want. The signature space is more. I'm going to remove that as well. So almost all which has come to a single page only. Let me see the print preview. Yes, everything is perfect now. So this is the report. What you are going to what you are seeing right now, which is after making a lot of corrections. In fact, the basic correction which is always required. Now we can compare. Earlier I showed you one better report, right? This is the better report, and which was in a bad shape, but we could correct it, and now you can see. So this is also in a better shape. So one last suggestion. So whenever you are preparing using Excel for a reporting purpose, start your work with basic standard rules like font, same font which you have to always follow, same font size for headers and the subheadings and the content, and keeping some of the standardized color coding and keeping the standard space. All these things make your report looks better, so that whenever you are presenting your report to someone else, whether it might be your manager or any other people, so your report looks very neat and clean, so that the impression on your report will also always be better. So this is the thing which you have to follow, which is not only for the beginners, even some experienced people also make this kind of mistakes. So I hope with this video you got a chance to learn some certain basic things. So please follow all these rules always in your life whenever you're using Excel, right? So that's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching this video till the end. And any further things which you would like to learn in Excel, please do comment and also subscribe our page and share this video with the people who are in this particular segment and they need to upgrade with all these things. Thanks a lot. Namaste.